the narcissist is going to pretend to be your best friend so that they can snake you at a later date. So they're going to just pretend that, you know, they're the best thing that ever happened to you. You guys have a great rapport. And this is so that you let your guard down and start opening up to them. And once you do that, then you're going to start talking about things in your life, opening up, revealing more information. And this is what they want, because then they can use all of this information at a later date. The only information they're revealing is information they'll give out a little. Like they'll say one thing and then you'll say 5 things and you'll start going on because you're like, well, they're telling me stuff. So it makes you feel comfortable. So you kind of let your guard down because you're like, well, they're telling me stuff, so they don't have any qualms about telling me stuff about themselves. So it's like it doesn't even cross your mind that this person could be a snake, because you're kind of thinking, well, they've revealed some personal stuff about themselves, so what's the big deal if I reveal some things about myself? Because technically you have some ammunition against them as well, since they've revealed some personal things about themselves. They just don't reveal as much. You know, they'll like say a few things here and there. Chances are a lot of it is lies anyway, because they lie. They lie as much as they breathe. I mean, they're pathological liars. So, I mean, 75% of the stuff they say is not even true anyway. So they're probably telling you a lie, and then you're opening up and you're telling the truth because it's not your personality. You're not a pathological liar. You're just a good, open, easygoing, free-spirited person, which tends to be the type of person that narcissists go after, because free spirits, they tend to look for the good in everyone, and that is like the absolute worst thing you can do with a narcissist, because narcissists know that empaths and free spirits, we look for the good in people. They even hear people say it. Like if you watch TV, you hear people say, I always look for the good in people. Narcissists literally study everything. When they watch TV, they have to study how empaths act and what they want, and then they try to provide everything that you need. For example, I would complain about different men and things that I didn't like, so then the narcissist would like morph into that. You know what I mean? So all he was doing was being a chameleon and listening very carefully to what I was saying and things that upset me about other men in the past, and he was morphing into being this perfect person, like, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like that. Then he would just be the exact opposite. He would be what I did want. You know what I mean? So they just listen very carefully. They try to become the perfect specimen for exactly what you're looking for, and fill all of the voids that you need, like fill everything that's lacking. They try to provide that. Therefore, they make themselves an integral part of your life by doing this, but all they're doing is listening closely to what you're saying you want, and then becoming that, for the moment at least, just so they can reel you in and let your guard down more and more. Um, you know, Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're just taking notes to try to set you up at a later date and sting you. So they basically try to become everything you need. They become your best friend. They want to fill any voids that you have in your life. So therefore you become dependent on them. Like they are everything that you wanted. So they filled the need that was there. And so therefore you don't need any other people, which is another thing they want. They want to isolate you from everyone else. So by providing everything that you need according to what you had said that you wanted, they are able to isolate you from other people, and then they fill that best friend role, and then they've got you reeled in and they can literally snake you at any point. And they basically are in a superior position at that point because you've opened up and given them all of this information about yourself, and it's easier for them to run a smear campaign when they turn on you, or they've collected all of this information that can be used against you at any moment. So that's when they're in a superior position, because you don't even know you're in a game. You don't even know you're being manipulated at that juncture. So this is what they do. They're extremely sneaky, slimy snakes, and they're looking to sink their fangs into you and get you with that venom.